Slowly but surely, life is returning to normal in Tsaghkadzor, a small town just north of the Armenian capital Yerevan. Occasionally, one can see tourists strolling through the streets or enjoying the last warm days of the year. While most countries in the European Union still impose strict entry and travel rules, here only a few masks remind of the pandemic. In the food and hotel industry, however, the coronavirus has left its mark. For 2 years, Liana Grigorian has been working as a hotel manager in Tsaghkadzor. She has experienced the promising rise in tourism in this place. Guests from all over the world were starting to take notice of Armenia's potential and eventually ended up in one of Grigorian's hotel rooms.
In summer, tourists come for the fresh air, because here the nature is gorgeous, and in winter we mainly have ski tourism. There are some good mountains here for beginners, and you can simply take walks and rest.
Due to the pandemic, however, tourism in Armenia declined by about 80% last year. Those who made their living in the tourism industry are faced with a difficult financial situation.
First, like all the hotels, we closed. We didn't work because there were no guests. But if there is no work and there are no guests, it is difficult to pay the salaries. After 2 months, we slowly began to get reservations and started to work again.
But the business does not yet run like it did in the years before the virus, and that has not only been the fault of the pandemic, says Grigorian. A year ago, the unresolved conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh escalated and deterred international tourists from traveling to Armenia. Thousands of soldiers died and tens of thousands of people were displaced. Some found a temporary roof over their head in Grigorian's hotel.
We had a lot of children here, a lot. It was so much fun here. We cried together, we rested together, we were happy together. We celebrated birthdays together and made them gifts. For about 2 months, they lived here for free. Now they are gone and we already miss them.
Grigorian is still in contact with the families. In the meantime, the hotel has reopened to tourists. But while the war might be over, the pandemic is not.
I know that people are afraid to travel because of the coronavirus. I rearranged my itinerary so that I'm not traveling in and out of too many countries. I didn't want to make too many stops, so I tried to make it as simple and as direct as possible. That was a very big concern of mine.
In contrast to Georgia, Armenia still seems to be away from Western European tourists. The travelers who come here are mostly from Russia, India or Iran, or they have Armenian roots themselves.
With social media, it's just become that much more popular, and it makes it really nice. You know, it makes it really nice to know that what I've always considered my home, other people are now discovering, and I think that's great.
Although the country is still classified as a high-risk area due to its current COVID numbers, many in Tsaghkadzor, like Arsen Hatchatrian, are expecting more international tourists to come back soon. He runs a restaurant in the center of the town, which offers Armenian food.
I believe soon the influx of tourists will increase to Armenia. The concern over the war and COVID is gradually dissipating, and all of it will fall into place soon.
Before the pandemic, 40 to 45% of his visitors were tourists or people affiliated with tourism agencies.
The locals also are among the visitors, but 40 to 45% is a big number.
Soon, the winter season will begin. In Tsaghkadzor, people are excited. Whether domestic or foreign, they are sure that the number of tourists will depend on one thing: the amount of snow.